Talking all things finances today on Great Day Louisiana. We've discussed talking to your kids about money as a parent, how to look at finances as a college student, and now we are talking about one of the best things you can do for your financial future, understanding your 401k or 403b options through your employer. Today, Emmett Dupas III, the lead partner at Bienville Capital Group, and Dylan Hoon, an associate partner, are here to help us understand the numbers, the jargon, all of that. Gentlemen, welcome back.
Great to see you. Great to be here.
Looking good as always,
Thank
and
you.
hopefully everybody's 401k is looking good as well. Okay, I want to start with you, Emmett, because I know about a 401k. You have talked to us about it before, but for people who do not know what a 401k is, tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so 401k or 403b are retirement plans that are offered through your company or an educational institution that are available which allow you to help prepare for your own retirement. It allows you to defer money either on a pre-tax basis in a traditional manner, or if your plan offers a Roth option, which is after-tax dollars, you're able to put those dollars in and defer it.
And this is something we have to opt into, right? This is not something automatically given to us?
No, so there are some plans that do offer what's called automatic enrollment, where you
Okay.
automatically enroll, but in most cases you have to opt in. And when you do opt in, generally there's some form of match that a company may offer. So the average match in the state of Louisiana is 25 cents on the dollar, up to 6%. It varies depending upon the company. So the idea is that you're going to accumulate not only your dollars, but the company's dollars as well, and you'll be able to have those accumulate over time. Now you'll have different investment options, and those investment options are either mutual funds or what's referred to as sub-accounts. And then you'll choose the ones that are right for you based off of your own risk tolerance and what your objectives are and your time frame before
And it's
retirement.
good to know that companies are offering that. But Dylan, I want to bring you in on this conversation. What do you tell people out there who are like, oh, I've got Social Security coming. I don't need them to take no more money from me. Why should people opt into this 401k or 403b option?
Well, Social Security for the vast majority of us is not going to cover what our basic financial needs are. Pension plans are going away. The reality is many of us don't even choose when we're actually going to be retired. You know, I don't think most of us don't want to be working until we're 80 years old. So it really becomes behooving on us to save for ourselves. And a corporate retirement plan is a great way to do that.
Come on, everybody, opt in. You need to for sure. And you know, I want to ask you this, Emmett. You know, IRAs, I've seen that before, IRA Roths, like, are they connected to 401ks at all? Like, what is an IRA and how does that work when it comes to 401ks?
Well, an IRA is an individual retirement account, and that's something that anyone can set up. That's not done through your company. But a corporate retirement account is through your company, where it's done through a payroll deduction. And generally, you know, with an IRA, there's no match. With a corporate retirement plan, a 401k or 403b, generally there's a match that's available. So it's basically it's free money, you know, from the company's perspective.
We like free money.
No,
okay.
who doesn't, right?
Hello, everybody. I know I do for sure. And you know, I want to flip it for a second, right? We're talking about what employees need to know when it comes to our 401k, but let's talk about the employer, right? The people who are distributing these 401ks. What do they need to know as the employer, Emmett, when working with 401ks?
So first and foremost, companies, and we oversee about over 120 plus companies' corporate retirement plans.
Oh, wow.
So having an advisor who can help guide business owners like ourselves in regards to the landmines that are out there of what needs to be done. You know, there's not a general cookie cutter approach for every corporate retirement plan. So having a consultant who can help build out the plan, exactly what the owner's trying to do and accomplish for the benefit of all employees. Corporate retirement plans fall under ERISA, which is, you know, government act in the 70s, that they have an obligation to work in the benefit of all employees and not just senior management or not just a few. And then they've got a responsibility also in regards to their investments that are available. And they've got a fiduciary responsibility to oversee that and to make sure that you've got good investment options and that the menu of funds stay current. And so really having a good retirement advisor is very important to a company perspective of making sure that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed.
That's true.
Because these plans are overseen by, you know, they're governed by the IRS, but they're audited by the Department of Labor.
And you're dealing with people's money here, everybody. You want to make sure, like you said, all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. But, you know, we were mentioning a little bit earlier that it's free money. I use that in quotations, right? When we're looking at that free money, Dylan, and say we have a hardship or we need to access those funds and we do make a withdrawal from our 401k, what do we need to know? Because there are some things that can happen.
So hardships, some plans may offer what's called a hardship withdrawal, but it really depends on the plan. Now, a hardship withdrawal, you're going to need a qualifying reason, something like purchase of a primary residence, school bills, medical bills, something of that nature. So you have to have one of those qualifying reasons. You have to pay taxes on the money that you withdraw if it's in a traditional IRA. And if you're under retirement age of 59 and a half, there's an additional 10% penalty. There's also the opportunity cost. You take that money out of your retirement account, it doesn't gain interest for you back. You're not going to put it back in. So there's all the lost investment gains that you have. So a hardship really is exactly what it is, a hardship. And you want to use it for that specific reason. It's not a piggy bank that you want to be accessing for less than important needs.
So true.
Yeah, in addition, a lot of people will define a hardship as, I've got credit card debt and that's a hardship on me. It's after, it's January, I've got a hardship. The rules are pretty specific in regards to, again, the government decides what's a hardship, and there are 5 qualifying reasons. So just because you deem it to be a hardship doesn't necessarily mean you can access those funds.
And of course, you have to prove all of that as well. So it's good
There's
to know to have
documentation,
all that
absolutely.
paperwork needed. Gentlemen, thank you so much. So interesting today. And look, everybody, if you all need help planning your financial future, guess what? You can log on to bienvillecapitalgroup.com to set up an appointment with Dylan or Emmett. You can also give them a call at 504-620-4801.